I think hit bind so hard.
Okay, we're straight in.
On that defensive side, over on B long.
Oh,
what is your answer?
We're straight in. We get Solo, Viper,
It looks like it's
KO,
Gecko out from Zeta to take control of that part of the map.
Already, and that's just such a new flavor for Zeta Division as well. Going aggressive. Oh, this is great.
And we start on attack. We have the wall over towards B.
What we can get to end the rounds earlier than the last 10 seconds.
Pray for GE. Let's see if they can win some pistols.
Definitely one that's welcome. I think Global Esports, on the other hand, though, maybe just going to take things slow for the time being. They are starting things out. This is a bit of a debut as well. Now, Benkai coming in.
3-person push behind.
They are starting things off.
We do have the trip.
Using poison cloud.
We do have the cam.
Pure vision. The Gecko getting the plant in.
Yeah, the wingman, of course, makes things a lot easier on the pistol as well. That low profile going to be pretty useful around that truck. The big question is no opposition. Global Esports should have an inkling that either they need to push out or be very wary of the flank.
Oh, I feel like Lightning Fast is aware of this. They definitely heard the dog now. Russ just checking out the back, but now they're starting to feel surrounded. Exactly. Depp staying hidden in case someone pushes into him. He might be able to catch off a couple of hits. Depp does find one
lot on this duel.
Onto Lightning Fast. That's a good start now. Laz got the info, but not quite the tags.
Not the greatest plant. Smoke comes in, insta defuse.
Thanks to the sky smoke. 8 seconds left, and Zeta picks
I think they needed to win this pistol, and I think this could be a disaster.
We can all aim and shoot. Sure, you proved that in the pistol round, but guess what? You still do have to play around the spike.
So yeah, they realized they were double flanked behind, or in terms of 3 people flanking behind, and then
got kind of distracted in that moment.
Yeah, and then they just had to push over towards here. That's the instant reation, but obviously the plant's not for them. Zeta kind of bragging with the fact that they have brim smokes, showing GE what is possible with the smokes. Smoke on the spike, instant defuse.
And with the rookies too, let's talk about that. They touched upon it on the desk.
Wolves over towards B. We force into it because again, it's so hard for them to win rounds on attack that they kind of have to force into this.
Great triple from Uran.
He does drop to Russ, but still, damage felt and done. And the force from Global Esports just kind of falls apart. What is this? It's so strong. Atarashi Zeta Division, and they are still ringing true. Benkai and Lightning Fast, though, picks up the spike. Now looking for
someone locked in the wrong agent though, right?
So they have to make something.
There's so much data out there to prove that this doesn't work.
With a Stinger and a Spectre, not something you ever want to have to choose to do, but it's also like it's a 2v4 with the Cypher and Viper on attack. You gotta hope the stars align. You are stuck between rock and a hard place, and it's only the second round of your very first match in kickoff.
Do I sleep? I had a little nap earlier. I did have a little nap earlier.
This entire map is just walls everywhere.
FNS, what do you mean, man? We get to watch. This is. If I'm sleeping right now, I'm missing a single Viper on bind. That's not worth it. Got the priorities set.
The first step is there, a weapon upgrade, and they have control of showers as well.
Dude, this one is actually doable. This round is actually doable right now. I feel like they really need it to get some kind of good start.
But he's actually wrapping back around to rendezvous.
Double molly.
Lightning Fast.
Yeah, and you have the double snake bite as well. The post plants are available too. I mean, Global Esports,
Zeta.
they don't have as much time as they think they do. Or
yeah,
Zeta.
I like how they're clearing their bases though. I mean, using the incendiary and everything.
Oh
now
boy, this could be this could be a disaster.
Pistol
Pistol done, force buy done. I'm telling you, Chad, they're going to struggle to get an attack round.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that they're still counting the options for that post.
They don't even have a drone to follow.
Already wanting to make sure because they have the numbers advantage, we want to get contact and then we can have someone stick onto it once all that lineups
I guess
come
they
through.
got. I guess they got Gecko.
I
They
mean,
got Wingman.
On window, and we were mentioning Uran and Huron, both these guys. Uran's the one with actually much less experience coming straight up from the Academy roster, not even having a chance to go through Tier 2 in Challengers Japan. And this is a start you want to build up that confidence for some of these younger players.
They have Wingman.
Experience is one thing, but confidence is such a big factor. And you can tell that he's starting to feel a little bit of it. The timing on that snake bite was perfect, and then just spraying things down as well. Huron, though,
is an eco, so I'm not gonna. It at least gives them map control to maybe get an orb.
They definitely have a little bit of information, but now just playing it safe, backing off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with the
Well, at least we found the K Corp of this year. I didn't think we were gonna find it this early, but I think we found them.
Push out, especially on a map like Bind. I mean,
Dude,
sure,
they picked
with
this
the
map.
changes, we
No
talk
way.
about the timings, but you don't even need to worry about timings. You should be able to hold. You have the Cypher setups on a short. You're holding on to showers. You have backup from Sugar Zero. I mean, this is just up to G on when they make their move.
Dude, they're playing with the timings as well. Sky Smoke well timed by Sugar Zero. Now popping over with the Incendiary.
Can't plan.
Just blocks off the plant. Lance is having a field day with these shots. Step coming through from Heaven as well. There's the second one. Lance is going to be Russ, and he's pretty much pinned down up by Lamps.
I mean, so many people around the world used to dream of days like these with Zeta. Quick decisions, fast rotates, the backup from Depp, the trade angles being held, the decision-making so far. I know it's very early, just a couple rounds into the first
Fast,
map.
big buy rounds.
But we like what we're seeing.
The good news for
it was
GE
so rare to
is
see this from the old Zeta, and it's great to see that even with the core, they're willing to adapt.
This
and
ult can get them into
utilize
sight.
the new forces that they've upgraded with.
And this
I
ult.
feel like they're not showing off too much in their books just yet. I mean, they're randomizing some of these
I mean,
positions as well.
it's
This
just
time,
gonna get
Lance
shot.
back in towards
Well,
Hookah.
Yeah, and here's the big thing, though, right? I mean, Global Esports, because of that force, we gotta remember, after the pistol, yeah, the score should be a 3-0.
I'm trying to stay positive, Tab. I don't actually have many positives to point out. Contact push over towards here.
If they don't, though, that's
Got a double flash for this if we need.
That's why there's this switch up in positioning.
We have Boombot as well. Boombot, I guess. I mean, this is one way to do it. Yeah, just contact in.
Swung on pawn by Russ. Sugar Zero's the only one left, and he's only got a sheriff, so gonna have to back off.
Okay,
And
by
just
far the
take
best
them in
chance.
sight.
Global Esports should keep in mind that this is, in essence, the bonus for Zeta, right? So GE shouldn't be losing too many weapons. I would say one at best if you want to make sure that you can kind of catch back up in the long haul, trying to keep hold of U-Haul as well from Povey, but he is alone. Everyone waiting for the post plan.
Not again, yeah, I was going to say, not this again, not after the pistol.
Right. They don't want to lose the weapons, they want to take them away from
Aim is here, though.
Pushing into the
aim is here.
Povey, the finished gun and shooting all over the place.
And he's rotated. This is so hard to read from Laz. I mean, Lightning Fast is going to get it at the end.
Okay, nicely done. We take a little bit of damage, that's it.
Oh, you love to see it. I mean, Povey's one of those members, and I think fans
not bad at all.
who have been following closely into the challenger scenes have kept their eye on this guy.
Zeta must be kicking themselves. Dude, if they had a chamber, it would have 25 kills on defense. Easy.
There, as there's such a wide pool. But he's proving this is why my teammates, my coaches hype me up. I'm able to lock this down, buy enough time, and then the post plan's still there, so the round is all but guaranteed.
I mean, precisely, that's kind of what
Coach
Spin was talking about during
would
the
you start
interview.
opping on Cypher here? I would be fine with it. Alpha would.
The decision to push into that Sky Smoke, I think
okay, here we go. This is actually it. The good news for GE is they got bags of money as well. Bags of money. 1, 2, 3 away from the ults.
Euron and Depp actually really close to their ultimates as well.
So just waiting for Zeta to just see if they're going to push, especially with the Sky nerfs. I feel like this kind of like late play against this comp now is the one. You want to make them use flashes over towards here.
Work it off of that 20-second timer here and there. And now, yeah, you can see Huron's like, I don't want to use these too early because they ain't coming back. Got to be ready for that, potential retake.
He's going to use the dog instead. Trailblazer clears out, doesn't see anything. I think Blaze King might have heard it. That's why he falls back.
But the thing
this is what they do every round. They do wall here and smoke the blocks over towards Heaven so they don't get off, I guess.
The counteracting from Gecko to Sky so well.
Might be the difference, though. But
40 seconds on this.
There are 3 players stacked up from Zeta Division on the A site, and Laz will be able to claim that first head. Depp with the positioning, tries to sneak through, but burns alive. Blaze King shoots him down. Last plays are around the Cyber Cage instead, but here comes Thrasher. Has to shoot it, has to reload, tries to run away, still alive. Povey going in for the chase. Benkai wreaks a bit of havoc from Lamps instead, and still, here comes Povey.
Just no fear. It doesn't matter if it's a smoke or a molly. He'll just run right through it and frag you out.
With that, Euron's the only one left for this retake. Benkai
sure.
the angle, just wallbangs through dice.
Oh boy, I think a lot of us are going to have to get ready to eat our words as Global Esports. They are firing as soon as they pick up those rifles.
I am loving this. I mean, yes, we had Zeta Division and we are hyping them up, but at the same time, I mean, it's just so much
FNS, you
going
got
on for Global Esports.
FNS, you got any words for the?
A lot of the GE
Got any
fans are
words
still
for the
supporting
class
them, and it's just
after
really
watching
lovely
this
to
round?
see, you know,
Because
we're very
I don't.
familiar with Benkai the
I got no words after
Here
this one.
comes Benkai the Fragger as well.
And he used to have those moments when he fragged, also specifically on the
Okay,
Cypher,
forcing
so
them
it's
down
great
to an
see a
eco.
return
They
to
can
form.
actually get up towards
Obviously,
3
some
rounds
known
here.
factors like Blaze King and Polby up to a certain extent, but it's good to see Russ
TMV is going to have
hitting
a
with
field
Benkai,
day
shooting on all
with what
cylinders
we're
as
watching.
Uran says, you know, I'm one of those new recruits as well that's picked up for talent.
I think this is one of these rounds where Global wants to play a little bit careful. Can't underestimate Zeta Division. Yes, they aren't eco. Yes, it's Sheriffs, but going in for the one-on-one like that, you're still landing the shots. Russ, though, on the other hand, just going to waltz right into A site, gets the opening pick.
I mean, listen, I don't want to run out of all of our storylines too early, but a fragging IGL, that's a rare breed right there from Russ. So looking good so far for Global Esports.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on the flank at least. Camera, maybe he's going to spot out Laz. Timing on this?
Just gets spotted, though. It sounds like he fired off that Sheriff. Gonna have to win this fight. Oh, that's a rough one.
All right, and that Showers being lost over to Global Esports.
Benkai plays so crafty. He's gotten a couple kills in a row now through some of those walls. He just keeps tabs of the pre-fire.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's not IGLing, you know, he's got a lot more time to think. And here comes Blaze King as well, going in for some of his own frags. And that's gonna be 3-3 to GE.
Okay.
Okay,
Give me a buy round.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Give me a buy round.
Right? You just got done with that eco
Holy.
round. You're looking to buy up again, but the streak is now on GE side. And quite frankly, Zeta's streak from 1 to 3, it's off of the pistol, right? And it even helps that there was a force buy from Global Esports. So I think you really want to kind of reset and say, okay, what is it that we noted once they bought up the rifles? How are they playing? Where are we making these mistakes? And it's kind of hard to tell because a lot of the quote-unquote mistakes they're making are basically reactions to utility, but they don't know the exact result of it because they can't see the other side of the map.
A little bit hard to pinpoint that right now, I think, Will, because, you know, it's also the eco round and everything. So they want to get a little bit more information before going in for that. The flash now coming in. Global Esports with the execute. Finally sees the corner and then commits the showstopper, but Laz goes in for the trade. Cybercage keeps him alive for another second.
Laz needs to win
caught
out.
in a duel against him and Ben.
Yeah, I can't believe they're getting.
He
I
is
can't
doing a
believe they're
pretty
getting
good
over towards
job
sites
at
this
keeping
easy.
himself alive, though.
Needs to push
Tries
out.
to go around the trip.
Okay,
but
big off the
shut
plan. We
down
have
by
Mosh
Benkai
Pit.
back instead.
We
Death
got
is still
nade.
here, though. Up above by Heaven.
We got
He's got the operator and he's firing some
no
shots.
real map
You're
control.
getting one from
Oh,
the back
honestly,
short
Russ
as
going
well.
all the
Now
way
he's
around the
trying to
world
spot out
might
Blaze King.
actually
The spike, however,
do this.
has
Someone
gone
that's dead's
down.
pinged it out,
Risky
so
fight
maybe one
time
of these
for
turns
Russ.
around.
Russ is so low, but if he can get the double from behind, that'd be huge. And they just,
Oh
the
man,
ping
whoever's
comes
dead and
up.
did the ping is
There's the
furious right now.
first. Viper's Pit from Uran, though. I don't know how effective that's going to be given Dep's position, but Uran shows that he can hold his own. Russ at 2 HP gets swung upon by Dep and blows up as Zeta picks up the
Honestly,
point.
they're getting over
Credit where
towards
credit is
sides,
due,
so
he still did get depth before that rocket actually gets fired off in completion. So just a trade there, but of course the numbers on the side of Zeta Division. One thing I'm noticing is that Laz, we saw this in the pistol as well, if he doesn't get the kill right away when he's starting to get corralled around, he says, I'm just buying time until backup
That's
arrives.
it. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a
Got that
win,
kill
really.
As they were trying to all rush into showers to take out Laz, and that keeps the numbers advantage for Zeta Division. Really
Gosh.
good confidence and awareness of what my
I'm
mission is.
heavily
As that
regretting
lurk
standing
is
up
kinda
for
now
this comp.
caught out in an
I feel like I need to be
Especially on
sitting
the
down.
defensive side. I mean, that's
I
the
might
new
sit
Zeta
down midway through.
Division
Okay, let's
system that
try and.
we're
I need to
seeing.
reset, man.
But
My
at the
brain
same
is
time, I
all
love
over
that
the
Russ had
place.
that sense to kind of wrap
I've
up
seen
round
some
from
madness
behind.
within the last
Uran, though, is, I think,
7 rounds.
someone who's really impressing me right now. I don't know if it was the Viper's Pit, and he kind of knew that it would bait the push in, and he would just be in time to gun down his opponent, but that was amazing.
There's a chance here. Lightning
Hold by
fast.
now,
Oh.
and-
Wow,
Wow, Dep.
It's always risky for that
This
second
op
choke
is gonna
peak. I mean, you
absolutely
almost have to
farm them,
take it,
though.
but Dep
They
doesn't
I mean,
miss those.
3 rounds. I feel like they've
Not
done
something
great.
that Global Esports anticipated whatsoever. But now we know that there's an op still ringing around. Dep with the second kill. They were trying to pinch him down, but it's not quite gonna happen. A flash from Hiroran to set him up, and he goes in for even more. Hops up,
Hey,
picks
nicely
up
done
the
from
quad.
Dep. I feel like we're going to see a lot of rounds like that where he can just farm the chat. I'm going to sit down for this.
Dep was putting up crazy numbers last year in Pacific too, right? In terms of individual stats, in terms of operator kills, things like total kills, he was topping the charts across the board for duelists. So it's great to see him not miss a single beat as he picks up the scope
It's like a nice reunion.
Well, yeah, for sure. For Deb, I mean, he's been waiting for this in the offseason, didn't play in every event either, took a bit of a break. But what I wanted to mention as we were going into this round is I honestly think Global Esports is playing to their composition strength a bit more. I think they're utilizing that a bit more.
Timeout now. They've been going over towards A a lot.
These moments from Laz,
maybe it's time to contact over towards B.
And then now here with the operator, that starts to make the defense a lot easier for
Let's actually think how they get some map control.
Boombot,
Like
if you can even
Wingman,
make this up to like a 5-7 and things like that, I think they should look somewhat okay, because it's gonna be tough to just break through explosively without double controllers here on Bind.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, because they only have that one Viper on Lightning Fast. I mean, not to discredit Lightning Fast whatsoever, but it's the composition.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like if you set up the screen to try to dig into U-Haul, then it's like when lamps, well then now you have to rely on the Poison Cloud, which means you have to get kills, you have to push out with the other utility, which there's a lot of. I mean, we've seen these combos yesterday as well with things like the Flash Drive and the Dizzy, you've got the Paint Shells. There's a lot you can do, but it does rely on getting that first kill.
Life goes there.
That's the main thing. Sometimes Russ opens it up though, but we need to see a little bit more of that as well.
Okay, big buy round. We've got double ults now. We're going to ult to get them over towards the side. We've got to ult to win the after plant.
And Zeta just shows that they can definitely toy around with that as well.
But honestly, they've actually been getting over towards the sites, which is borderline criminal.
Now up on top of truck, doesn't see anything. Bit of info from Heroron, but not quite the frag. Polvi punishes, and this could weaken up the B site. Okay, not unless Les comes out though. Swings, gets a double, then backs off. Lightning Fast sees the opening, tries to push through. Blaze King as well. Here comes the toxic screen, and with the positioning, Blaze King is up behind site.
I like that Blaze King is moving all the way around, and he's well aware that there's a potential backup coming in from defender spawn, but it's a matter of timing. Blaze King, he's trying to pick his battles. His teammates will be planting on A. If he can just buy time and get information of when that rotate goes over exactly, that would be more than enough.
He's got so much util too.
Benkai already here. This is way too close for Deb to suspect. He's not scoped in. Oh no! God, Deb!
What a punish. Here comes Blaze though, takes out Euron. And of course, with that, the Viper Spit deployed as well. Spike still picking away. Depp has a chance, but it's not gonna be easy with nothing but an op.
I'm speechless to some of this.
Yeah, the showstopper's coming up soon, but this is just Mount Everest to climb.
Oh my God, look at Lightning Fast though. Yeah, that's the thing. He's cleared out the front side. Lightning Fast has gone up behind. Depp still lands the shot. This is not over yet.
No, but I think this is where he backs off because
Spike.
Yeah, it's already economic damage done. Sure, they'll be able to buy back up, but you still have the lead. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it trying to go for at least one more kill. If it came earlier, I absolutely think Depp tries for this, which is insane. But I like that he holds off right at the last second.
Not to mention you forced that Viper Spit as well.
Yes. I can't believe
extra investment for Global Esports just to secure the round win.
Okay, so I get that overall plan, right? They want to go aggro because they called a tactical timeout and you're trying to mess up their original plan. But why would you go aggro against a solo Viper that can't get onto sites anyway? You're literally giving them what they want.
It's going to have to be some sort of push out to get information. Wait for that, and I actually think G might have been ready to eventually all push into B because they haven't been targeting that site too hard here in the first half.
Just chilling for the time being. They've sensed some early pushes from Zeta from before, so now just trying to be careful. Thrash confirms information. Euron has held Hookah before, so they're just trying to be careful.
Okay, well they just lost all their Gecko util, but they can get it back. I want after they, I mean, yeah, they just contact, of course.
Rotates coming out from A, then Benkai is on that lurk.
Ben and Laz. Okay, but oh my goodness, here comes Heroron. Despite what we were talking about, despite the numbers coming in from Global Esports, somehow with perfect timing on the utility, Heroron guns them down. Now Laz takes out Benkai, and with that, you've lost all your arms and legs.
You know, when I first saw the compositions picked up, in theory, I was very interested, and I actually kind of liked GE's idea, but the execution of it is starting to make me feel that maybe they wanted a little bit too much of the pie, right? You wanted your lurk, but you still wanted the double initiator for these set plays to go in, for these distractions to set up Polvi to go in and entry and get that early frag.
But this kind of stuff over towards GE, I mean, they don't have much option. They just have to take jaws like this.
Is to check at some point. One of these corners has to be checked with contact.
For an attack is great, considering their comp, yeah, it really is.
It's going to be rough.
It is.
I mean, this is free.
Do
right?
I like
It's
the
just
Gecko
off of the
pick? Man,
first round, so might as well use it if you
there's,
get anything.
there's so much going on. That
Does
it's
quite
like,
fine
do I
Marcelo,
like the
so now
Gecko
just trying to
pick?
hold on to his rifle, but
I mean,
Lez
I feel like there's
still
other
on
issues
blast.
that should be addressed. Not really if it's replacing your smoker,
No
but
way! The stiff bacon? It is a throwable.
Wow, that opens up the door.
I mean, he's got some strong arms on that one for Sugar Zero, so because he threw it all the way through.
No freaking way. Oh my god. Global Esports thought, Blaze King thought he was safe.
Oh man,
that's adorable.
Yeah, Huron enjoying
All right.
bringing up the energy.
give me something. Give me some kind of set play. Well, not really a set play. I mean, Swan picks.
Relaxed, yeah.
Meanwhile, GE, I mean, if you watch some of
Flash
their comps from
insta used.
Convergence,
Knife
they
goes
had hype
in.
going.
Hits
I mean,
no one
Blaze King
hookah.
was that
They
guy.
can just
So
take
was
it.
Russ. He was
Boombot
really
used
riling
anyway.
up the entire team to keep the momentum up, and they've proven at Convergence that they will never let go of their focus. So it's not over yet.
That's why we're keeping the score close. However, with tiny little gaps, Zeta still continues to decimate. So Sugar Zero now picking off a frag. Polvi for the trade. But at this point, damage is done. Spike will go down, but look at this. Lamps, Huron trying to wrap back around. Benkai with the Neural Theft now coming in, so Zeta has to take things a little bit slow.
This is like a death
They
match.
have to push out one way or another. Just waiting for it. They're always going to be out-dueled.
Huron Depp
Polvi got the info. Benkai on the
has
flank.
to back up, though. Double swing coming through, and Depp still rings true. So accurate, so sharp. A tap to the head for Huron, and Zeta picks up the 7th win.
Man, you imagine just how you look at the ideas that G's trying to execute. Obviously, this one is just kind of Laz getting the first kill and just spraying down through the
Aura's not
Cypher
bad.
cage, but some of
They've
these other rounds,
performed
G's
miracles to get
ideas,
4.
You see it. You see the very beginning
Was
of
it due to
Just
them doing
barely
good
get shut
stuff?
down,
I mean,
or
it's
they
been a
can't
lot of
actually
contact. I would say that
finish the
Zeta
entire execute,
messed
right?
up a good
Someone
amount.
like Laz stays alive. Uran stays alive, and they're not able to continue that momentum. And it just makes you wonder, is it one of those cases where at the end of the day, you still have to get the kills? Ooh, the nices are back.
Hey, nice on MP3.
It's a much like growlier nice.
I'm too
you know,
biased,
Laz.
bro.
You want like a nice or a nice?
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
am I
it's
biased
like
towards
grown up
here?
into the
Please,
next
please
stage,
let me
right?
know who I'm
Whoa.
biased towards, because I don't know
Alright,
who I'm
I'm still
biased
here.
towards.
I mean, this
So
is
I
what
would
we saw
love
from
for you to
Global.
tell me.
They wanted to execute, and yeah, you were thinking about, do they just have to get those kills? They do, because when they peek out sometimes, it's those tiny gaps. They leave themselves a little bit open. Just a blind showstopper commit doesn't quite kill Depp, though.
Spike planted.
Yeah, but I mean, G at this point, whether the damage was done or not, they know that
Oh,
they're
this is
waiting
like
for a
round
retake.
1.
Yeah, they know it's coming, but it's a matter of can they get the kills, because if they have to wait, if they even just buy time here for Zeta, the site's going to get taken over.
At the very least, they are very aware of what Zeta are trying to do.
Love the fake out. Buys him a little bit more space.
Oh, it allows for Depp to kind of sneak through, but
They're
not
gonna get 5
quite
rounds.
enough because he was down too low. Russ
I can't
makes
believe they let
quick
them
work.
through the
Polvi
choke
picks
points
up
the whole
one.
time.
Blaze King with the 3rd. And then with that, just A short is completely blocked off, not unless they can shoot their way out of this one. Huron surely will try. Picks up 1, but the timer is ticking. Sugar Zero tries to push forward. The fragment is out. Russ puts a roadblock right in front of him.
5 rounds. I
And
feel
with
like
the
they
triple
actually
kill,
did
Global
incredible to
Esports
get
ends
5
this
fair
first
play.
half 7-5.
I do
Listen,
think
it
it's
started out a
mainly
3-0,
down to the fact
but
that
the way
Zeta
they were
just
able to get
let
the rounds, they
them
did win.
send
And
it up
honestly,
short.
I mean, very close, right? 5-7 on any map. This can flip on its head on a dime. So I think Global Esports should be pretty happy with what they're able to show off. Rocky start, and a couple rounds, they get shut down instantly with something like the spray down through the smokes. But outside of that, once they're able to kind of get into that position, the ideas they had were good, right? Once they kind of fire off that first shot, once they're able to get there executed, once they are able to defend against the post plan, it's good. It was just a matter of getting there, but they don't have to worry about that for now because we're switching sides.
Absolutely. I mean, still, it's just such a great way to start off this matchup, start off the day. Watching the rookies coming through, watching the new additions to Global Esports showing what they've got as well. I mean, Blaze King, Russ, lightning fast even at times. It's just lovely. But here's the other thing, Will. Now that we're swapping over onto attack for Zeta Division, I mean, what do you think of their composition? They don't.
Okay,
really
so I
have
imagine
the
it's
double
just
initiator.
wall over
Yeah,
towards
they might be able to,
B,
toss in a lot of
smoke
lineups
over
with
towards short.
Brimstone
Kind of got
and
everything
Viper,
covered apart from
but
showers.
Is that going to allow them to get into site?
Dude, they can actually
yeah,
win
this
this.
is another
They
thing.
can
Because
legit
of
win
that
this
sky
right now.
change now,
But it's more down to the fact that the Zeta kind of messed up.
Right? Yeah, you
That's
just
all
have
you
to-
got.
You have to wait for the execute. So, I mean, if you want to be
Okay,
safe,
and we
you're
go for
gonna
the
have to invest
we go
in
for the
one of
good
sky
wall because they
smokes or
don't want the
something like
little
that.
angle
Or
over
you're
towards
really gonna have
Hookah.
to utilize your toxic screen. I think it really comes down to, do they pressure that toxic screen enough so that G has to respect it every time? Because otherwise, this could very well turn into a Glasgow lurk and kill.
Yeah, well, okay, that too, and we know that he's capable of it. He has taken out Bankai a couple of times now, but apart from that, I'm just feeling the pressure on Depth's shoulders for the time being. If they can keep that relaxed look up and you know, try to go a little bit ham on this attacking site, then maybe it's gonna be different.
Oi, 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 oi. We
Climbing
paused
up the
at
barrier,
0-0.
was that-
Oh,
Well,
okay. Yeah. All right,
that's
we're
an
gonna have to
absolute
wait for that
nightmare.
one.
Slight errors, I think.
Wait, and now we're back?
We're going through.
Oh, whoa, whoa,
That's
that's...
just a bit of a...
There we go. All right,
barrier
good fix.
Oh,
straight
and
down
they
there
wanted to
through,
go
so-
fast?
I mean, GE, at the end of the day, it still works. They're able to get out and get two, and they corral them. Well aware of the potential lurk as well.
Shows their game plan. Zeta maybe a little bit unprepared for that hit, but yeah, I mean, you saw that Dizzy come out. You saw it go above the Poison Cloud, and that's just the combo that they wanted to go for.
I mean, GE, they are well aware that the forces could come through A short at any time. I mean, 5v3, you just have to hold your angles. Go for these peaks. That's a deep jump.
Wow.
Counting his lucky stars.
Good hit from Zeta, but a little bit of damage from the paint shells too. Now just trying to suss out their positions again, but look at the discipline from Global Esports, all tucked away, all watching the off angles. Polvi gets first contact, paint shells out, a bit of a swing from Depth, but here's the swing from Lightning Fast in return.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah,
that's
this is
the-
legit
You
on.
just had to be ready for trades, 'cause
the-
even if the plant did happen in some weird
That was a little
universe,
bit unlucky,
it's
I'm
not
not gonna
like
lie, in
they had all
terms
the
of the
post-plant
actual
lineups ready to
round
go. It was
itself,
already a
but
3v5. The
I
Viper
think no matter
didn't
way
go
this,
very
the way
far.
this pistol went, someone's gonna feel hard
Either.
done by it.
Another Sky Smoke had been used over by U-Haul on lamps, so I mean, GE, the pistol round prep seemed pristine.
Still got Trip, still got
Should
Cam,
be
still
able
got
to
Wall.
Maybe get the plan. Actually, Russ is going to be pretty quick on this one, especially with the trap mark. Can't find it.
Found it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Cypher's no Cypher's best. Oh, he wants kills.
Might as well, right? Take what you can get, a bit more credits, a bit more damage,
Okay,
or just
very much on.
fortitude.
This is
But
very
still,
much on.
It's a 7-6. Global picks up that pistol.
One thing we may see come into fruition in this match, because this is one of those matches that a lot of people
Awfully
thought
quiet.
very well
Oh,
go
man.
not only to 3
The first
maps,
half is,
but very close maps across the board. But at that point, then
That first
you
half
start
wasn't
look
great
at
to
things
watch,
like
but
experience,
for multiple
how long
reasons.
they've had to
But
deal
it's
with
okay.
playing on stage and things like that, the
This half should
pressure.
be a
You
little,
look at
like,
Global
way more
Esports'
normal now.
squad, these guys
to an
have been
extent.
around for a long while in various
All
tense
of the players,
situations.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even Polvi, right? He's been playing in challengers out in EMEA, so
But that's the difference. I mean, like Zeta, you know, you got the core. Meanwhile, Global Esports, it's like the full team just all changed up around. So it does show that, you know, while some of the Zeta's players lack a little bit of experience, like Huron and Heroron, for example, Global Esports have enough experience and enough coordination that they can come into this match swinging.
I don't mind this so far from Zeta, right?
Oh,
They're
good
on their
timing.
eco. They want to get close.
There's
for
a
these
weird
long
strat
range
from
duels
GE.
with
They go
just a couple
towards
shares
long
that they
double
have.
double
Obviously, a great
TP,
snake bite from Lightning
smoke
Fast,
here,
but
and
they're
then just
creeping
had
up. They're
Viper
creeping up
solo.
fast, and the G's ready for it. The decay.
Not quite. Good timing on the snake bite again. And it's just good information as well. They knew to stack up on towards B. And at this point, although the spike was down, it's safe enough for Global Esports to come into this retake with the full might and force. They're swinging together. Russ with the spray down.
All right,
Blaze
let's
King
get it.
with a
Give
ghost
me
kill
into
at
these
the
buy
end.
rounds.
Minimal damage
Give me
sustained.
into
Yes,
these buy
Polvi
rounds,
died,
let's
but
see.
you know, we got 4 guns alive. That's good.
And you love to see that from their interviews. I think it was in the Emerge video as well, all those team intros that VCT Pacific had before kickoff began. But talking about how Polvi, he's not in it for the scoreboard. He's not in it for the kill feed, but he's in it to create space, whether it's on attack or defense.
Oh, yeah.
He's in it to play for the team. He
was
understands
that?
the role of an entry. Now, the question is in certain compositions, you have to be more than the entry rate. You have to be an entry fragger. However, so far, I'm liking the color that I'm seeing from Polvi working alongside his teammates.
On this retake, yeah. No ego. He's like, you know, I don't care if I get kills. I create space for my team. That's all I want.
Okay.
Just be that distraction. I mean, with the way that Russ is
Big buy rounds, obviously,
kind of
money
so far,
for them. If they lose it, Zeta, GE might just run away with it. Imagine, I still can't go over the fact they got 5 on attack. I still am losing my mind a little bit that Zeta played the way they did on defense against a single smoke. It's insanely worrying.
Still got Spectres for the run and guns. You've got all these trap wires. They're trying to just buy time on B side.
Okay, what is your game plan? Good flash in from Russ.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of stuff like that as well.
Yeah, good
in terms of the defense wall as well. Okay, so we're using the actual wall that the Lev we're using with their harbor wall.
Response from Lightning Fast. Death getting the opening pick, but then shut down so quickly.
1, 2, 3 here. G can actually do a good amount of damage.
Onto site. So this could be the linchpin for Global Esports.
They're aware of this, though, because they never quite cleared it.
Oh, good check, but Les now getting gunned down by Benkai. With that, the spike will go down, however. Benkai tries to pick up the rifle. Takes a little bit of damage, but not too bad. Still tough, though. Russ trying to wrap back around from A short. Only has a Sheriff. The spike is down, and Zeta is holding fast.
Yeah, this is all they need to take out potentially another weapon, though. And that's all GE wants from this. It's just more damage done. They've already caught up with the pistol round win.
Okay. That fragment's got to be
it hits all 3.
No, I think they're just going to wait for kills. The fragment, save it for another round. Whoa. Oh, okay, using it to clear that out.
It's insanely good damage. They did great.
This was pretty good, but still the round win over the Zeta.
I think, honestly, GE going to be quite happy with that one. Take away 3 of the weapons, right? You got the pistol, and then you went on to the anti-eco. You won that out. Of course, you did have the one Vandal.
Yeah, no smokes needed because GE do be fighting. Yeah, they actually took GE fighting to a whole new level,
all things
where they just
they
just walked through the choke points and just I mean, they just took jewels. I mean, they won them. They won them. They were gifted jewels. Like they can't. That's messed up a little bit, I think. That is a lovely shot, though. I like the push from GE at least. They go aggro.
I love Lightning Fast's utility, but this look from Depp, I mean, just rushing in again. I mean, it's the Depp of old. It's the child of God. And with that, they have claimed the site. Lightning Fast now trying to hold up around lamps. Manages to take down Uran. Goes back in for another swing, but then shut down by Sugar Zero.
Yeah, this might have to be a save situation. I mean, I guess not if Blaziken gets the kill, because now it doesn't matter if they know of their positions. Try to bait out contact.
Indonesian Rifler, he comes in, but then
the after plant positions from these two were good as well, though. At least we actually had some. At least we had some good after plant positions playing off each other. Little 1-2. Okay, that was one of the better things we've seen.
Just to draw out contact so you know where to be aiming, but there's just too many members on that A short side. And then, of course, Laz, once he knows, he heard the TP, he's waiting for them. They hear that they've come in.
Definitely quiet, bro. I think being quiet is better than
clean out all 3 anyway, without them having a chance to turn
that
around.
What
That's like such a good point, Will,
should be said.
I feel like Zeta's new system, as it is, they know to take certain positions, especially in these post plants. Because if they can hold them, and if they can stay alive well enough, and they make sure that they don't expose themselves to anything, they are able to take these fights very favorably. So now they force Global onto an eco. Yes, there are some ultimates, but that's not the round that you want to use them. And Euron just shoots them down. I mean, is this
an eco? So let's not get too crazy. Kind of bringing over the whole G thing as well. We just do like 4 eco rounds where we don't actually buy much into it at all.
I'm going to be honest, I was impressed more with Euron during the offseason than Uran. I thought Euron was still going to have to
It's pretty much it. Like, they're going to have to win it, otherwise it goes down to
obviously, kills like that, it was a lineup, sure, both of them kind of peeking out at the same time. He was holding the right angle. But at the end of the day,
a little bit of damage done. Let's see. They have a lot of money for this.
With those numbers, picks up the Viper's Pit. It's a very useful piece of utility for the next round. But apart from that, just Global Esports.
Am I stunned because of GE solo Viper or Zeta defense? A straight up solid mix of both.
But if
it's a good mix of both. I was like kind of stunned with the straight up GE to get 5 on attack did incredibly well. Like that is the take from it.
But now with that save, they're able to come up to that operator. Going to be a huge round because we know how important that is on bind.
And it's Polvi on the operator too. He peeks out B-Long, doesn't see anything. Seekers
Wait,
out
this
onto
trip
Ace,
though.
full execute. Can Benkai stay alive?
Oh
and
man,
the trips, they are
wrecks
good.
them.
Lightning Fast is
Yeah,
still
this is
here
nice,
as
especially
well.
against the ult. Okay, massive buy round, like we said.
For Global Esports, Benkai picks up
Off
one.
over
Now just
towards
trying
B,
to put a little bit
left
more pressure
solo.
on towards Lamps, and it forces Sugar
They
Zero
don't.
back. They can't get the spike down. They have to think about the teleporter.
Yeah, but even if they do, they don't know exactly how many people rotated here, how many people are still on B.
Oh. Well, Huron just tries to press W and push forward, picks up another 2 kills. And then with that, tries to bait out a peek with the tap off the spike. Doesn't see anyone and calls a rotate over. 50 HP and he's trying to do it all.
Polvi's already here.
Paint shells is all he needs to. Oh, he goes for the tap up top of Tube. Nades out. He knows Polvi is right around the corner. What are you going to do here, Ron?
Didn't I run a single controller meta with Liquid? Bro,
and jumps up again, trying to play
trust me, that's one of the reasons I left.
Way too risky. Yep, he is
Straight
weak,
up.
and it's going to be a bit of a whisper that just takes down Huron.
Oh boy. All right.
Nice attempt.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, great tripwire coming out from Benkai. Just kind of keeps that raise locked up in the sky, almost stationary at a certain point as he rubber bands back. That's a
Big buy round.
swing out from
They can
Russ.
still do
Yeah, love the
this,
Cypher
honestly.
buffs personally, but I mean that swing out from Russ. Oh, look at this viewing party as well. Love to see it. I mean,
Was it
great to
bacon?
see
I would
so many
love to
fans
say it was
gathered, of
bacon,
course.
but it actually
You know,
wasn't.
apologies to all the fans as they did have to wait until this new day, but they're getting to watch the smash, and so far it is delivering.
Such a close scoreline. I mean, both teams really neck and neck. And Global, although they are catching up a little bit, you know, it's again, just this is their map pick. They showed that they have a lot of game plans, a lot of executes, and it is kind of successful. It's just that Zeta right now, with their rookies, are performing a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to go back and look at things much more.
Loud Lev
step-by-step
next
to
week?
see
Yeah,
how
it should
many of these
be.
kills
Dude,
are
actually, probably
like, high-impact kills that
would
Zeta
say that
made on their
Loud's,
very own volition,
from
or
what
how
we
much
saw,
of it was simply,
should
a
be
decent read on the
winning,
defaults
but
and things like that.
I might be
But,
putting too much
everything
emphasis
being told,
on
Zeta,
solo
okay,
plays
firepower
and the
definitely
pistols.
upgraded. Their pacing and their comms seem to be upgraded. Meanwhile, on GE, the benefits that I saw from this roster during offseason
100 fees, they're pretty
convergence
decent.
are still delivering. The ideas are good, the setups are good, but it's can you get up to that starting line? When they do, they are winning quite cleanly. But if they can't get into something like the execute or something like a healthy retake, that's when things look like they're trying to just go for one more duel to equal things out, buy a little more space, and Zeta's not backing down from those fire
Okay,
fights.
2-4 loss bonus. They can. So all they have to do is win 2 buy rounds, get them to eco 10-10. We've got 5
That's something they
ults.
could definitely use.
Pretty doable. Where's the op right
I
now?
mean, this is one of those rounds I think you absolutely have to. You want to catch up. It's not about trading ults one way or another.
There.
And some good ults to get rid of that operator on the other
Flash
side
goes.
as
Ooh,
well.
I like
They're
the
able to
flash
just
though.
get up
Top
to
right
it
into the
and
corner
into
to clear all the
sights,
hookah.
that for Zeta.
At the very least, oh, what is this? Polvi is pushing out way
Ooh,
too far,
that's a little bit
overextended
unlucky.
just by a second.
I mean, the push out is hard to read at that tempo from Polvi with an operator. But I think that the mistake here is Zeta, if anything, Zeta was actually prepared for more people to be pushing out. You saw that it wasn't just Huron waiting to check for that.
Oh
It was
man.
multiple
Okay, we popped some
people,
ults
and there
into this as
wasn't
well.
the
We're
backup
going
GE.
in.
That's the protocols from Zeta now.
Oh, you can't
They
pick
know
that
to
back
hold
up
it
now.
safe, they know to watch, but Blaze King still
Oh my god, he
too
gets away with absolute
able to reposition
murder.
just in time to get the shot, but then not expecting depth to show up from Hookah. They have the sight. Still watching out for more players though. He tosses out a blast pack just in case.
And look at
Sky
Duran.
Smoke blocks off Benkai.
On the minimap, Uran is coming all the way back around as well. I mean, Zeta just has to stay out. There's no way. There is no way Benkai's ready for this.
No sir.
I mean, Uran's just owned it.
Trying to find that opening. He's trying to wait for lightning fast, but it's not gonna happen. Oh my god, Cypher from Uran. It's just depth in his movement and clean mechanics. One clean tap, and then lightning fast to spray through with the Phantom. 23 HP, and he's probably going to opt for the save at this point. Way too much of a tall task ahead of him.
The hold from Uran is great because if you think that they might have somehow regrouped in defender spawn, I don't know if they had all the right ideas that Lightning Fast was still over by Hookah, but then you just wait for the exits, right? Because you've already spent enough time. So I like the comms, but man, that push out from Polvi, I don't mind it as an individual move, but because Zeta was ready for it, it starts to look a little sloppy just because the backup wasn't there for trade. It wasn't a hard commit. And that's the thing. You had all ults, so obviously it's not a round where you would want to
Yeah, two of them can't buy.
Yeah,
I didn't massively like the push when they had 5 ults.
Out, so maybe they were anticipating for Zeta to do something a little bit different, and they wanted just to check, but face check is a little bit too risky.
I mean, it's always going to be risky. Here's
a little bit wrecked money-wise, but we get Judge, and we can get a drop, so it's okay. Razor to the backup Judge for that as well. And yeah, I mean, GE must win rounds. Money's out of control for Zeta. Flash into the corner. Dude, Zeta's attack is at least looking way better than their defense.
And because Zeta was ready, I'm saying it starts to look a little bit wonky. So that's credit to Zeta, but honestly, the idea, you had to throw something out there to shake things up.
It is true. Meanwhile, I mean, again, Zeta, Carlisle and Junior, they're doing a lot for this team. Trying to poke
question mark created, and obviously wall smoke. They feel like question mark created as well, but we have double trips, so the info's here. So not massively too much pressure. Cypher getting flashed in over towards showers. So question mark fully cleared means that KO can rotate over towards B. And especially with this delay, KO gets here in time. 3 people on site. Wall can go up.
Time. Russ is arriving. No command at the ready.
Rotates are over.
Brimble online, maybe?
Good shot from Blaze.
Yeah, Brimble with the orb.
But you still have Flash kind of looking around a short.
So oh man, 30 seconds. They got to go past Cam. Double trip.
However, it's a bit of a gamble. If Benkai can hold his ground,
we got another one-way here as well.
20 seconds left.
I mean, Laz didn't actually have control of the site. They have to push through and fight. And now with their smokes down, the mollies are coming out. They have no way to come out, and the Dizzy as well.
Oh, 10 seconds. It's not going to happen, is it? Orbital Strike, though, still committed. They want to push through. Sugar Zero getting the frag off of it. A second one in. Hero Run sticking the frag.
Oh my goodness. Well, they just had to wait up the util. Stroll over towards the site here.
We know where you are.
And they have just stolen around.
He's got the judge.
They heard the classic too, so they know something's up.
Oh boy, here it comes. Opens up lamps and tries to go for even more, but Hero Run, what the heck is that movement? The timing on the peaks, and then Sugar Zero to hold from showers. This is Zeta Division.
4 rounds to close this one out.
I almost would have thought that the Orbital Strike felt late at that point, but they wait. They wait for all the utility to come out. And guess what? I want to point to this round. These are the rounds that make a difference between a team looking too slow to lose and a team just looking like they know their exact timings, right? You wait for the rotate, and then you say that you're going to draw out all this utility, and then when it ends, you still have your ultimate, and you know that you can force it through, because that ult kind of acts like a wall that's going to protect you on that spike plant.
That is true.
I mean, I think GE probably feels a little shaken up after that previous round.
They probably
can't wait to see TMB see this game. Oh man, I might actually have to watch that pod.
And honestly, I'm not as well. that felt really, really...
It's going to break him.
Shaky to me. I mean, towards the end of that, you can feel the pressure running out of time, but still, knowing exactly what their game plan was, sticking to it, and making it work. So I don't know what Global Esports can pull off with this timeout. They need 4 more rounds to tie things up, and I mean, just thinking about them playing on the defense, you know, with a composition like this, double initiator, clearly retakes were meant to be strong, but it's not quite happening just yet.
Okay, 4 chances to close this out.
To try to save this map.
What do we got? No armor, Russ.
Still sitting there for a couple of rounds now.
No armor, gun priority,
that
and we are going 3-person aggro.
But right now, it's going to be a push out. It's been a couple of rounds since they've done this. It's an all-in from GE.
We get a 6-person duel over towards short.
Full commit. They did it in the first round. It kind of works for the time being. Oh, but the trade's just as good from Zeta. Russ
can he get out?
In position,
don't really have a smoke to get out.
Down the player from the left. Tosses out a flash to try to stay alive. Rotates coming through, but it's not in time. Benkai all the way from the back of Halls.
Okay, meanwhile, while that madness was going on,
all up to Blaze King. So this was
we have a good push.
Zeta is aware of this, right?
They kind of, yeah, they're aware that they saw all of them. That
in a short. Oh, he gets one. Now he knows that they were potentially looking for the rotate. He just has to hold.
Oh no, he did hold.
Okay, big 1v2.
Swung upon by Sugar Zero.
But look at how close Benkai is. I don't know if Sugar here would have hurt him.
The timings, though. And it just goes so
Okay.
close to it. Benkai a little bit more prepared, a little bit
We're
better.
still here.
And Sharper
we keep going down.
keeps Global Esports alive for one more round.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Benkai just creeping up right close enough that it's so hard to tell. And that's good timings right on the flanks one way or another, ping-ponging back and forth coming out from GE.
I mean, this round just came down to all these micro timings. I mean, it was an all-out brawl to start. You can feel the tension and the pressure, the fans wanting to watch Global Esports win. And with Blaze King holding up from Market, it actually happened. Now back into the next round, though, and Zeta tries to pick up the pace. A little bit more control in the showers, but congestion coming out from Global Esports.
Oh, it's actually a nice crunch. Yeah, this is actually big from them.
With the double kill. Spike down. A great read from GE. A lot of people said they're absolutely going to have the brains for VCT Pacific. And this is one of those rounds. The mollies are going to hurt.
It does flush Lightning out of position, but the main thing still
Yeah,
is
the problem is when they do stuff like this and they get committed, they can never really get out of there. You're just committed to duels.
But looking at where those tripwires are on the minimap, I don't think there's a way for him to be able to. Well, now they're spotted as well.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh boy. That's the Brim ult. Oh man. Dude, I tell you what, I cannot believe he got a kill before he went down.
Benkai one-on-one.
And Laz wanted to find a timing. He eats his own teammate's orbital strike to try to come through.
Benkai is just playing this so safe.
Is he going to wrap all the way around? Because that would be one way to play this round.
That would be so big brain. Benkai?
What is the timing like on this? It feels like Laz might give up just as he turns the corner.
How is he ready?
How is he holding this? We've got 20 seconds. Yeah, look at the timing on this. It's outrageous.
Whoever spots each other out first, they know what each other is thinking.
The good news for Laz is, at one point, he's going to check his cam.
Pressure is on Laz. 10 seconds, and the timer is counting down. 5, 4,
Laz?
3.
Oh boy. Nicely done from Benkai. We didn't check the camera on this one as well. He did expect it, but maybe a little bit too early. Nicely done from Benkai. 4.5 to 2. And again, their defense is actually looking alright.
But Benkai waits
a little bit
so
weird
long,
because the owner
creeps
is
the entire time,
solo
so
smoke.
Laz says,
But
I have to plant at some point. So Laz did have a read, but
Blaze King did insane to get a kill though.
Natural habitat.
Look at him too. Oh my god. It's nice to see Benedict back in action. Now, timeout being called by Zeta Division. How do we right the ship? How do we secure that last round?
Well, you had a couple rounds, right, where the aggression comes out from GE. So you got to imagine that Zeta, their first instinct is to say, okay, slow things down, see if they push out, right? We hold the default, get ready for contact. The problem being, now that may funnel them back into their old habits, because if you're spending the first 20 seconds to not take any positions, then you're going to have to start to creep up. And because Laz is a Cypher, it's not like he can really just dig all the way into a site and clear it out all on his own, especially when there's a Cypher on the other side. You never know where those trips are going to be, and it's Benkai playing it as well. So, I mean, sure, they had that one rotate with their Orbital Strike and it worked out, but I don't remember the exact ult situation, but Orbital Strike was just used. So they're not going to have that for a last-minute execute.
Not to mention economy as well. And you're always thinking, you know, you only
Alright, 2 chances. We have KO on defense, Fish ult, 2 away from Raze ult. On attack, if they wanted to, go get an orb. Def will get his ult. It is just a low buy, pretty much prepping for the next round. So with that, you would imagine they won't use this and this will be situational.
Well, I wouldn't mind if Zeta plays a little bit more cautiously.
GE, super aggro, smoke goes up, flash.
Okay, Dizzy does give off a
Flash through from the KO.
So they are
Knife.
just flushing straight through Hookah. Russ is ready to receive. Pops off the null command and just wants to stay alive. But that right up around behind from Tube. And then the kill from Euron. This is the site already. The retakes at this point are too slow, too late. It cannot happen on time. 5 per spin as well. Are you
yeah, okay, well, we just put everything into this. GE did incredibly well to get 10.
But at this point,
straight up.
Oh my god, Will, it feels bad.
This is, again, one of those situations where GE just wanted to check a little too much. You had entire B main control, and you wanted to check in front of showers as well.
Well, Benkai's still going to try, though. Timer is ticking. HP is slowly
Okay,
draining
well,
and running away.
well,
Then just one
I'm
bullet
hoping for a
is
little
all
bit
it
of
takes.
normality for the next
Good
one, at least.
ideas from Global Esports, but at the end,
Wait,
Zeta Division still, and
Sure.
Dep still up, around, and coming.